All right, I'm live. Look at that, I'm live. All right, so let me know if the mic is working, if this mic is working. I just did this on my Instagram, so I figured I'd switch it over to my YouTube channel really fast. Why not? I did this a while ago, and you guys seem to really like it. So I just made two Brooklyn Reflectors right here. White foam core with aluminum foil spray glued to it, make it nice and smooth and clean looking. And I love making these. They're just like super fun. They're super cheap. And it's one of those things that you can just beat the snot out of, and you don't get a lot of those things in the studio that you can do that with. So it's kind of like, yay, something I can break. I have 3 more pieces of foam core, and Adorama Inspire is upon us, and I figured me, Joe, and Dan are gonna be shooting live, so why not make us some reflectors, and then maybe I'll give them out to people who show up on the spot. So I have Super 77 right there, and some really cheap aluminum foil, a membership card to MoMA for, you know, why not? And hey, what's going on, Christian? And since I just did this on Instagram, I figured why not share it with you guys. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, first I'm gonna put my knife away. I'm gonna check if I have enough glue. Yeah, I got enough glue. Okay, hopefully I don't run out of foil, but there's a shiny side and a dull side. And I like using the shiny side up because it's gonna get duller over time anyway from people touching it and fingerprints and dirt and stuff like that. So you always wanna go with like the shiniest you can possibly get, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna check and make sure I got enough, and I do. I always wanna go longer than the board, which in this case is 20 by 30. And I'm gonna give it a quick tear. I'm gonna put my foil down, and I'm gonna put it shiny side down because I'm gonna glue this side, right? What I need to do though is kind of judge where on the board is the spray point. So I'm gonna dent the board really quickly right at the edge of this foil. It lets me know how much space I really have to work with here. And I'm going to spray this. Now when you spray spray glue, one thing you have to remember is you go too close, it globs up. You go too far away, it spits. So you kind of want to get a good distance, maybe about 6 inches or so. And wow, that is a lot, I can't see. Making sure batteries are charged for tomorrow, start a new internship. I lost it, I can't read the chat that fast. Man, that was a novel. Okay, I'll check it later, I promise. And when you want to do even, you want to go even. Hey, what's up, Mike? So instead of going like this, what you want to do is spray, 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 and make it really even. So, and right now my exposure is just nuts. Is this gonna let me? Nope. That's the exposure it's gonna give me, then so be it. And we're just gonna try to get a nice even spray going. And right now it's already spitting because the cap is probably filthy from spray glue drying in it. And just by eye, oof, I should have put my mask on. See that? I'm a jerk. I should have put my mask on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the aluminum foil, and I'm going to give it a couple seconds to tack up. You don't want to go right away. You don't want your glue to be super wet. You want it to kind of harden up a little bit. Okay, so that, give it a few seconds to just kind of figure out what it wants to do. I'm just going to flip this over so it's glue on glue. And you want to make sure that you're going to be straight, because if you're not straight, you're going to leave the edges open, or you're going to have a hard time finishing this board, actually. So what I'm going to do is not let it get stuck to the board like that, first of all. Duh. And I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm just going to let it just settle on the paper, on the foam core. Wow, this is a bad one, kids. This is what happens when you try doing everything live. And what I'm really doing now is I'm just gonna let my membership card make the contact of the foil to the board for me, which will give me the most even looking silver reflecting. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to do this while talking to you guys, and it's like so hard. It's so hard. I'm gonna peel this up a little bit. I'm gonna try to smooth it out a little bit. Not very happy with it. You only have a few seconds to work with it. So be aware of that. Yeah, it's a little better. And you just want to squeegee down the edges so that you can have a good guideline for cutting. This is a bad one. This is a really bad one, guys. I just did a bunch of smooth ones on Instagram. I go to YouTube like a hot shot, and this is what happens. Okay, so I'm not gonna cut those edges yet. What I'm gonna do first is get another piece of aluminum foil, get some distance, break it up, put the dull side down. Let me get my squeegee out of there. And I'm gonna give myself a little overlap line. You guys can't really see that, but I'm gonna give myself a little bit of an overlap line because there's no point in making the edges meet the edges because you're just gonna drive yourself crazy. So you might as well just give yourself that handicap right there. So what I tend to do is I spray the aluminum foil first and let it go into the rest of the board so that the overspray will just go into where I'm already gonna spray. And then I just even out this board. Sorry guys, I'm doing this like right to an iPad. It's a long time from now, but do you think you'd be in New York around the time next year? Mega cool. I'm not sure where I'll be next year, man. I didn't see Tokyo coming and that came out of nowhere, so we'll see what happens. All right, now I'm going to drop this down. And I'm gonna get my squeegee and I'm just gonna let it start this as even as I can, even though it's like pretty wrecked already. And we're just gonna squeegee the rest down. Really smooth, really nice. And that's it. Now, I'm just gonna do some lateral squeegeeing, and you can see that it's really pretty smooth for the most part. And this is just some extra glue, which I could easily patch up with another piece of foil if I had to, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. First thing I'm gonna do though is cut these edges off, get rid of some of this material I don't need, because I can actually use some of this to patch up this little section. This is the most banged up board I've done in a while. Wow, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is what happens when I do these live, guys. This is how it happens. I'm not ignoring the chat, I just can't see it. I'm doing this to an iPad this time, no Mevo. So I hope the mic is working. I don't even know if the mic is working properly, to be honest with you. Ugh. And cut off the edges. Now the edges are, if there are any edges left, that's where it'll start peeling up from, you know, it'll get knocked around, things will hit it and peel it back. The mic is working just fine, fantastic. That's what we like to hear, because sound is the bane of my existence apparently. And there you go. A nice fine Brooklyn Reflector. I could just patch this up. In fact, why don't we just do that just for the hell of it? Not that it's gonna matter anything, but why not? Just make it clean, right? Just take a really small piece, lay it down, squeegee it down, and there you go. That was super easy, right? So you could actually resurface these if you had to. Let's do this again, see if I can do it a little cleaner for you guys. This was a bad example, and I apologize. This is what I get. But this is a silver and white reflector. Woo! See, pretty smooth, and that's our patch. Practice makes perfect. Hey man, I've done this for many years. It's just sometimes you screw up because you're trying to talk while you're doing it. We put this back down so I'm not wrecking the place. How many do I got left? I got 2 left. I doubt I'll even get through both of them. Someone's gonna stop me here. They're gonna be like, what are you spraying? Why does the store smell like it's gonna go on fire? Oh, my phone's going off. Okay. I'm gonna pull this. And we're going to drop this down. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out just where this edge of this foil ends so I know where to glue. And this, I'm doing this for Inspire, everybody. So Adorama's doing this big trade show thing this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at the Altman building here in New York if you're going to be around. If you're watching this and it's like years from now, I'm sorry about that. But if you are around, me, Daniel Norton, Joe McNally, Vanessa Joy, Andy Toe, Gavin Hoey, I mean, the whole gang is here, and we're going to have a real blast. So I just wanted to make sure everybody's covered with some reflectors. Okay, so I'm going to spray this down. First I'm going to spray the tin foil this time, and I'm just going to dust it. Oh, I'm stepping on a reflector already. I'm gonna dust it. Remember, you don't want to be too close, it'll glob up. You don't want to be too far, it'll start spitting all over the place. Yeah. Just get yourself coat going. And now we're gonna drop this thing down. Hopefully we don't wreck it this time. Let's see if I can do it, guys. Silence among the crowd. Hush. A hush falls over the crowd. And I actually learned this because in a former life I did truck lettering, and this is what we did. We just laid vinyl lettering down on trucks. So like this is how I learned how to get a smoother finish when putting down sticky stuff. Okay, let's do this. Again, I'm letting the squeegee do the work here. And that's pretty clean, guys. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Look at that, nice and semi-clean. You proud of me or what? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really push down on the edges here so that it gives me like a guideline for when I start cutting it. Glue on this paper. In normal circumstances, I'd probably do this outside and not on anything that I would glue the board down to. So let's get this settled in, right? So now I need another piece of foil. Right? Dull side up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little bit of like a 1/2 inch overlap lines so that I don't have to worry about, is that just a window tint squeegee? No, actually it's not. This is just a MoMA museum membership card because that's what I had on me, because why not? And I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch, right? So that I can do an overlap really easily. And we're going to get the spray glue. And I'm going to spray into the foam core. Like so, if I'm doing the aluminum foil, I'm doing it like this, and the overspray will just go onto, running out of glue, guys. Will just go onto the foam core that I'm already going to spray down. Okay. Wow. Someone's going to yell at me about this smell. Somebody is. I can feel it coming. I can feel it, feel it, feel it. All right, so now we're going to do it all over again. We're going to look at the spray line. I'm going to tack this down. I'm going to grab my squeegee. And look at that. Without even holding it, got it real smooth, right? Because we dropped it pretty perfect on this one. Pretty perfect. Look at that. Super clean, guys. Super, super clean. Look at that. And I'm going to squeegee down the edges. And then we're gonna cut those edges. No patchwork needed on this one, right? And remember, this is gonna dull the hell out of your blade. So this is a replaceable blade. This is an autopsy scalpel blade that I use. You don't have to use a scalpel, obviously. X-Acto knives work great. Utility knives work pretty good. And we're just going to make some really clean cut on the trim, because again, the trim is where it's gonna start breaking apart your board. If you want it to last a little longer, you just wanna make sure you have a really clean cut on the edge here. Okay. And boom, really clean. Wow, I guess I'm getting in my groove, kids. Look at this nice piece right here. You might need that for another one in case we need a good patch, you know? This is how you start collecting junk, kids. This is how it happens. Cut that, and cut that. And there we go. Boom, really, oop. Super clean, right? Super, super clean, right? And boom, see that? White, silver, woo! Few bucks, and you got yourself a really nice, very, very versatile piece of equipment here. So I got one more board, we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get going because tomorrow starts Inspire. This is a beat up board. You can see right here, it's just jammed up. So we're just gonna, you could cut it so that that's not an issue or deal with it. I'm choosing to just deal with it. Let's do one more. Let's do it. We're doing this together, kids. We are in this together. Hopefully I got enough aluminum foil. And yeah, enough for this. Okay, and now I'm going to measure out where I need my board just to make sure. And then I'm gonna put this down here and we're good. All right, so I don't want to have the shiny side up. I want the dull side up, so because that's what I'm going to glue down. And we're going to do niche. And we're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Spray, so the last bit of spray glue I got left. Make sure this is straight. Yep, that's straight. And we're going to just mist it down. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to spray. Oops. I'm gonna spray this down. Hey, what's going on, Mike? And that's good enough. We're gonna let it tack up. I'm gonna make sure that none of this stuff is sticking to the floor, because someone will yell at me for that for sure. And let's do this. Okay. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. Look at that. Beautiful. Love it, 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 love it. I love super smooth textures. Look at how clean that is. Beautiful. And look at how fast that was, right? Now we're like halfway home. We just got to do the other half now. Boom. Grab this. All right. Hopefully I got enough tin foil. Do I have enough? Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. Oh my gosh. So close. Remember, always wear a mask. I am trying to wear a mask. Lay off me, Ma. Come on. All right. So now I have that 1/2 inch overlap, right? And now the last bit of glue, I'm going to spray this down as even as I can get it. And yeah, you should wear a mask. You should do this outside. Whoops. Oh, I'm out of glue. I'm out of glue, kids. Damn it. Out of glue. Let's see what I can get going. It's spitting everywhere. That's okay. If you believe in it, I believe in it. We can do this. We can do this. Let's see if it's enough. Let's see if I can hold it down. Let's see if it's enough. Oh, it is super bubbly, but that's what happens when you hit the end of the can. But still super sleek, super nice, see? And I'm just gonna rub this down into the edges so that we can do a quick run around with the blade. All right. Real clean, real clean. And, oh, I'm stuck to the paper. Again, not the ideal way I would do this, but I am in the event space right now, which I'm sure they're psyched that I'm spraying glue in. You know, don't tell Adorama, shh, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Okay. And this MoMA card is just wrecked, but yeah, there you go, guys. Really clean, right? I mean, this could get a little cleaner. But there you go. Super clean, white, silver, we're good to go. All right, so that's how you wreck one, fix one, and do one really clean. But that's kind of the fun of it, is like it doesn't matter. It really doesn't, and you can wreck these boards. You see, we crimp them, fold them, cut them, do whatever. I get them covered in blood and whatever else, and I don't have to worry about it. And I just really love having bounce boards around. They're super rigid, so you can hold them out while you're shooting. I just love that stuff. Oddly enough, they don't really make silver-sided boards in craft stores. You'd have to go get some actual bounce board from a set shop or something like that, and it would cost you a little bit of money. This, it's like a few bucks, and you're good to go. So I'm going to, let me see. Oh, let's clean this up. Let's clean this up. And we're good. We are good. All right, you guys good in the chat? Let me know if there's any questions or anything, or if this was helpful, or was it just funny to watch me kind of fail at my own game here. Let me know. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw this over here, and I'm going to throw this piece of paper out. Yep, so that's pretty much what we do, kids. That's pretty much how you do the famed Brooklyn Reflector. And you know, if you're into DIY stuff, I did do a way to do Christmas holiday garbage and make them into soft boxes. That's on this channel. Look for the thumbnail of Irina, the beautiful brunette with the blue and purple lights on her. That was a good DIY stream. Doesn't have to be holiday stuff. Yeah, so if there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know. I definitely have a lot of DIY solutions. That's half my game. And DIY stuff like this, for me, it's just very funny because I haven't found a single store near me that sells anything like those foam cores. Foam core is usually available at a arts and crafts store, actually. And you don't have to just use foam core. You can use like a rigid piece of cardboard and just glue paper to it, or you could spray paint it white. You know, you don't have to use foam core. Foam core is just super light and super easy, so you can just worry about it like that. I mean, I just made 5 reflectors here for I think under 20 bucks, right? So the boards, the foil, the glue, under 20 bucks. I got myself a bunch of reflecting stuff, and I just want you guys to know that, like, it's really about the principles, not the gear. So, you know, they could sell you a $100 reflector and they'll do a great job, and I'm sure it'll last you forever. But what does that reflector do? How does it act? Why does it do what it do? That's the kind of more of the game. So Learn what the principles of all the stuff you're doing is. There's foil glued to the floor. They're gonna kill me. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So when it comes to DIY stuff, what you have to remember is what is the principle that you're trying to achieve. Maybe it's not for longevity, but it's for a quick fix or something like that. That's kind of the goal here, right? So, oh man, I'm gonna have to spray some Windex down to kind of break this up. Ooh, that was fun. So, I hope to see you guys at Inspire. Wow, it's overexposing me to death. Look at this. Is it gonna expose? No? Is there any way to fix this? Does this happen? No? Jeez, man. It gives me like a bunch of filters though. Look at this. What is all this junk? I don't need this. I need exposure controls, kids. Exposure controls, not this stuff. What is happening? Jeez, this is so stupid. All right, well, YouTube, you got a way to go with your app, okay? Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get some rest. It is time to go to war, man. We're going to Adorama Inspire. So 12:30 p.m. Wednesday, I will be at the Altman Building shooting special effects on stage. Hey, Robbie, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for watching. I now have 5 Brooklyn Reflectors all ready to go that I'll be giving out to people who show up at the last day of Inspire. All right, thank you guys so much. I'm out of here. Later, bye. Oh, cool. Good thing, Judy. All right. Wow, this is overexposing. Look at this. I look like an alien. Oh, it's like an afterlife video. Look. Oh, unbelievable. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you guys want to support the channel, Adorama.com/lastxwitness for any of your gear. If you just found my channel, hit subscribe, hit the bell because I go live. That's pretty much all I do is go live. And the only way you're going to catch it is